I'm Phil the Grill Johnson, Championship Pitmaster. Master your summer barbecue with my favorite tips.
We're going to do two styles of bird today. We're going to do a breer chicken and we're going to do a spatchcock chicken. First, I'm going to go with the spatchcock chicken. This is the backbone right here. And just follow that bone down, you know? Just get in there and just crack away at that. By cooking it laid out like this, it will speed up the cook. You'll probably get this done in about 45 minutes to an hour. Opposed to a roasted whole chicken that we're going to do, it's going to take 2 to 3 hours. The way you want to season this is when you add a little bit of oil to the backside and the front side of the chicken, and that's just going to let the rub or seasoning adhere. What you want to do is just, season both sides of this. I'm going to use my own personal rub. I'll just sprinkle heavily on the backside of the chicken, pat that down, make sure it gets into the meat. I like to pin these wings back a little bit, just get them out the way, make sure it's not blocking the nice breast. Same thing here on the front side, you want to add a nice liberal amount.
When you first apply your seasoning, you definitely want the meat to start to sweat. And what sweating means is that the seasoning starts to disappear and penetrate into your meat, and you'll see where your solid surface of your rubs or your seasoning has actually turned to water and moisture and moisturized the meat. And then that's when it's ready for the grill.
So now we got another whole roaster right here, a wog. Chicken without the giblets. I want to pin these wings back. All you're doing is taking that flap and then just putting it behind its back. It's nice and oiled down. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw a little rub on the outside. You wanna get some good coverage. Pat that into it. Also get it in the cavity as well. That's going to also cook. And this one is ready for the beer can.
One of the toughest things in cooking a whole chicken is you're trying to get to 2 desired temperatures on the same piece of meat. The thigh and your dark meat will need to get to 180 for a perfect temperature for serving. Your breast needs to be at 160, 165.
You got that fire going, it will dry out your breast if you do not inject or have anything in that cavity that's gonna keep adding that moisture. So with the beer, it doesn't necessarily have to be beer. You could take a beer can and add some wine to it. You could do whatever you want. Very simple. Just take the inside cavity and go right around that beer. You can find your stand at the hardware store, but you don't need to always use a beer can stand. You can put apples or oranges inside there and then also lay it flat on your grill or your smoker and cook it that way. All right, we're getting ready to put these on the smoker and the grill. 2 different style chickens, spatchcock chicken, and then also your beer can chicken. On your common pellet smokers, all you need to do is set your temperature and it will electronically keep your temperature consistent. Right now it's building the fire and it's going to make sure that it stays at the temperature that I set at 325. It will continually stay at that temperature. You can hear that fan going. That's pushing more pellets into that firebox. All right, so I'm over here checking my chicken. It's not where I want it in the breast right now. I'm noticing I'm getting more heat from the back of the grill. So what I'm going to do is spin this to where it can get a little more heat in the breast, and then that will slow the thighs down, the dark meat. So your thighs and then also your legs.
You can actually over smoke meats. Once I feel that I have a nice bark and a nice color on my meats, I will take aluminum foil and wrap it so I can get that breast done and at the desired temperature.
I see that the bird is getting a little darker than I want it to be. I want it to be a nice brown when I take it off. So what I'm gonna do is add a little tinfoil over it. It will also help the breast cook a lot quicker, but it will also stop the smoke from darkening that meat.
The easy way for chicken to dry out is overcooking it. So you want to make sure you do not go past the desired temperature for each part.
My last step to this barbecue cookout is adding the sauce to the proteins. So what I like to do the last 10 minutes before anybody comes, add a little sauce, brush it in, and put it back on the smoker at a low temperature just to set the sauce. So basically right now you have it really saucy. If somebody was to bite into it, you would get sauce all over the place, all over your face, on your white shirt. If you set your sauce, meaning that it's tacky and not just dripping down, then that's a better eat. It won't leave such a mess. It'll be clean bites and everybody will be happy. On the smoker at a low temp, 195. It will also add some smoke into that sauce while it sets. Here's the beer chicken, sauced and ready to go as well. And leave that on so that sauce sets and gets nice and tacky.
You know, my favorite part of the summer barbecue is just seeing people's faces light up as they bite into your dish and everybody enjoying yourself. You know, happy people, happy faces is just a great time. And you know, that's what I like to see in this world.